Well, burning off some probably 2014 ethanol gas that totally was left in this generator and totally destroyed it. I don't know. It's terrible. Probably one of the worst I've seen. It's a Harbor Freight Predator 4000. Good buddy of mine gave me this one, and another one I'll show you here in a minute. But it was left out in his barn, and the mice or rats or something chewed through the spark plug wire. So when we got down in there, just like on a Honda or Yamaha, where you can change it just threads in. Same with the boot. I don't have a small block Chevy anymore, or a vehicle with a small block Chevy, so I got these, and I figure this should have the short coil wire. I mean, this has been sitting a long time. The shortest one I'm going to pull out of here. I'm just going to screw it in there and run it up there. If I got to cut it, I'll just put the original boot back on. That's this generator. Okay. Yeah, that tank was full. It would have never ran with that gas anyway. The petcock was left on and it broke. So now we got this big girl. She's 11 horse. And she's a, what was it, 6,000 watt. She'll run the buzz box. No problem. This is what I had. But I'm still setting up my cord for the Lindy 230. Where's that cord at? I had to put one of these L14 plugs on this cord, but the problem was I was just gonna run it right here. I broke this little piece of Bakelite. I went to loosen that and it broke it, so I didn't want to go any farther. It's a 50 amp cord or plug. I figure I already bought the male end to go into this here, and it's the same on all these generators here. Now I just checked, and so I'll have a cord that will obviously adapter cord to the generator, and then now I just need to get the 50 amp plug female for that male. So then I'm just going to put the case back on that Lindy. I wanted to clean it out anyway. There's the case. Yeah, so then he also gave me this propane tank. It's got a hole drilled in the bottom. I'm just doing an oil stove out of this instead of trying to get it into the cheerful monogram back there, because that disc rotor is too big. I never measured it, never tried, you know, until I made this to put in the stove. Didn't realize that rotor would not fit through the loading door. So there's that. But yeah, I'm just burning off that old stale nasty gas, and it's been burning for like 10 minutes now. Just as a, what are they called? Can't even think. A smudge pot, basically. But when that goes in here, I'm going to cut the door out and stick the stainless steel bowl in, put that on top. There should be, I'm going to try to put a piece of baffling up here so that this would act as the heat chamber from here up. And I want to put the chimney outlet, say, like right below this weld line, the seam, so that there is a little bit of an expansion before the heat goes right out the chimney. So that's the plan. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to have to happen after I get probably that generator up and running and the female 50 amp plug, so I can get my welder up and going. But as for this, I don't know if I'll be able to save this fuel tank because there's a lot of rust in it. The petcock's already toast. I tried to turn it on or off and it just kept breaking on me, like, you know, the cheap Chinese aluminum. That plastic filter standpipe screen that was in there, it was so packed with crap that I took this piece of wire and shoved up in there to actually get gas to flow. That funnel on that piece of aluminum tubing is what I had it up on the truck. I moved the truck over there because that's got a bend at the bottom. So I put it in the pot, and I had the line, that petcock completely out, and it was just dripping a little bit. So I knew once I poked up through with the wire, it was going to flow. And yeah, that pot there, it dang near filled it for what was in that tank. So I'm going to have to really try to see about cleaning that out, or I don't know. I might just have to take one of these stupid safety gas cans and drill a hole in one, because I find them alongside the highway and everything else. Like if I'm in the big truck, I'll find them. I'll just stop and grab them, and because they blow out of people's beds. Like I take the bungee cord and stretch across, but I go through this, so when it's empty, it can't go anywhere. But right now it's moved because I had all this stuff in here. But might just drill a hole in one of those and JB weld a fitting in and call it a day, and attach it to the frame. But yeah, so it goes, working on junk.